What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lake Florida. Lake Wharf. We're in Lake Wharf, Florida.
I think this got gentrified.
I think that's more than gentrification. The Mad what?
Hatter.
The Mad Hatter.
Yeah, that might be something.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Used cars that are less than $5,000.
But it's weird with Lake Worth because then you see all these fancy things.
Pronounce Lake Wharf.
Lake Worth.
Oh, look at that little truck, dude. It's like a mud or something. How much do they want for it?
Oh my god.
That's trashy. I love it. How much do they want for it?
I love it. They want 4,000.
4,000?
Yeah.
Me and you go mudding in the mud.
I do know someone who would like that, probably.
Mm-hmm. A mud truck? Yeah, she's a complete redneck. I just realized we've turned her into a redneck. Yeah. I'm with you on that one. We've turned her into a redneck.
Oh my gosh. And she spends time with me, so she's gonna pick up my little drawl.
Accent. I hope she doesn't pick up your accent.
Oh, she will. She will.
Can you imagine, like... Okay, so I think it's called... What's the main street here? The one that splits, yeah.
Yeah.
Lake splits up. It's kind of nice. Lake Wharf, I'll tell you something about Lake Wharf. Or it's actually pronounced... The locals pronounce it Lake Wharf. That's how the locals pronounce it.
Lake Wharf. Lake
Wharf.
Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah. So most people say Lake Wharf, but the locals actually pronounce it Lake Wharf.
Like a Wharf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the locals pronounce it. Lake Wharf is actually a good-looking town. But
there is some elements.
There's some elements to this town that can't get rid of. So even though they have a nice pier, very nice downtown district. Yeah, very nice downtown district, very nice pier. There's so much crime and homelessness in the city that if you try to use a public bathroom, every business is gonna look at these Key West, baby.
Mm-hmm. Build a YouTube up and we'll eventually get one of those.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna
How much do those things cost?
Key West?
Yeah.
The little ones like that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Probably like 28,000.
Oh.
Probably we could probably sell our truck and buy a boat. I don't care anymore. I just live life. So anyways, Lake Wharf.
Yeah.
I don't think I want a boat. It's just too much of a hassle.
We live too far.
We can rent a boat easier than it's just like.
Yeah.
Okay, how often do we really use a boat? 4 times a year? Rent it. $250. Remember when we moved down? You pay $250.
Mm-hmm.
And you can rent a boat. You don't have to clean it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
You don't have to store it.
Store it, park it, drive it, nothing.
Uh-huh. And look at how excited Dad got.
That was a great day.
Yeah. Should have a family day on the water. Maybe when it warms up or in the summer.
Yeah, there's a lot of used car lots right here. I don't want to buy a cheap clunker, like less than $5,000.
Yeah.
We'll find it. There's no rush.
I think the truck is just
Too much.
Too much.
First, it's a gas hog.
Mm-hmm.
Second, it's not like we're getting that much work.
And we travel so much that it's just
we need a car that's economical.
Yeah.
We can't have a car that's a gas hog as much as we're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this Yukon is... Well, maybe this Yukon is the clunker we need in our life. Oh, that looks cool. Look at that pizza panaderia. I mean, that's... You see how cool that looked?
Mm-hmm. Lupitas.
Lupita, una loquita. Lupita, una loquita.
That's what I like the
Lupita.
Art Deco Publix.
Yeah, man, this is... Lake Wharf is a nice looking city. The problem isn't how cool the city looks. It looks great.
Yeah. Ooh, Starbucks.
The problem is they can't shake how many homeless, vagrant, and gangster people they got here. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, last time we were here, I couldn't even use the bathroom because there were so many people. Is this Lake? Yeah, this is the one we gotta turn on. Oh, but it's a one-way. We should have took the other one. That's fine. We're not in a rush. But the problem with Lake Worth is it's bad. Like, you can't even use a public bathroom. And it's actually worse on the other side of 95. This is the actually nice side of Lake Worth. So it's not that it's not. There's great stuff here. It's got a lot of great stuff, man. Look at this mural. Oh, did I just hit a person?
Yes.
Did I hit a curb or a person?
Curb.
Okay, we're good. They have like murals of monkeys smoking crack or whatever, you know? Like, it's a great freaking city.
Eating mangoes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. So, they have murals everywhere. They have, you know, crackheads. It's a really great city. But until they're able to fix their vagrant problem and, like... Remember that one time we were here and there was, like, people running? There was, like, gunshots and then we saw, like, 4 kids running and then they got chased and they hopped in the car and ran off?
Yeah.
Dude, like, there's, like, real, like, gangster crap going on in all... Is this one way? In all directions.
I can't even tell what is one way and what's not.
There is just too much crime in this city. Too much crime, too much homelessness. We were here one night and we stayed on the beach and it was, like, $200 because it was, like, the off season. Yeah. At a hotel right on the water, beautiful beach. You got the pier, the beach. I'd say it's a great place to vacation for sure.
Yeah.
You know? But then, you know, I needed, a Guatemalan store? We live in Fort Myers. Why am I excited about a Guatemalan store? We live in Fort Myers.
We live in Fort Myers.
It's like, yeah, it's a great city structurally. There's a lot of good structures, buildings, but they just can't get over the crime problem. It's bad. Vagrant problem. It's bad. Like, I went to 20 different businesses. All you had to do was use the bathroom. And I went to 20 different businesses, and every business said, "Oh, it's, you know, no, it's no, we can't, no." And I was like, "I'll pay, I'll buy some." No. No business let me use the bathroom. I ended up peeing behind a gas station, and apparently somebody did more than just peeing back there, because there's more than just... It's like, bro, this is America. You know what I mean? Like, businesses should be able... Here's another Guatemalan flag. Seems like there's a lot of Guatemalan stuff going on here. Yeah. Like shopping. Guatemalans are the hardest working people on earth, bro. And it's actually worse on this side over here. And the good side is over there. This is the good side. And they have really nice historic neighborhoods. Like, there's a lot of good stuff here. Structural building, historical buildings, murals. All that is in place. Try to use a bathroom somewhere. Just try to get out and use a bathroom. And the Lake Worth City. Remember there was a video on the internet where there's a it was actually went viral. Remember what the city council where there was this black guy that was like just angry at the city council, and he like threw everything and like started screaming at the lady. I can't remember what it was about, but like it had to do with like when the lockdowns first started. Yeah. And the guy was like, "Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't." The guy was like, you know, he was mad. And I think they kicked him off the city council. Like, the one guy that was actually trying to make things better, they got rid of him. Yeah. But once you get to about here, it's a little bit more hood, more run down. Yeah. You know, more once you get, like, all these little business centers here, like, even there's a supermarket. And even the supermarket has...
Bodegón.
It's a big supermarket. And even they had their bathrooms closed to the public. Like, let me just show you guys real quick. I went ahead and go behind. Oh, I missed it. I should go and show them how nasty it is behind this gas station. They need to see that. Let me show them behind. Unless it's different, I want to show them what's behind this gas station so they can get an idea of kind of the scope of the problem in the city. Buffalo Street, Buffalo Soldier from Lake Wharf. Look at that Yukon. That thing is fresher than mint leaf. It's just fresh. I'm gonna show them what it's like.
Well, it doesn't look like
it doesn't look like it's changed. Yeah, it's the same story as before. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna show them just so they can get an idea of the problem in the city, because it needs to be said. It really does. Let me get out here real quick, guys. I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me show y'all something right here. This is the problem with the city, bro. Look, garbage on the floor. Oh, look. City of Lake Worth. By the way, the smell is, and it's not just this business. It's just, this is just to give you guys an example of what, you know, of what's going on here. Like, all these are beer cans that are used, and you'll find needles in there too if you look carefully. Dirty diaper right there next to, I guess that's part of their kitchen. Look at that. That's part of the kitchen. That's part of their kitchen, right? And then it's on top of a dirty diaper. So enjoy your hot gas station hot dogs, right? And the problem isn't this business. The problem is the city of Lake Worth. If you look through here, you'll find needles. You'll find human waste. And again, every business in this city, look at all these, look at that, bro. Every single business in this city has this problem for the most part, you know what I mean? You know, see if I can find some needles. But yeah, it's just, I mean, the smell of human waste is present here. This city's got some problems, man. This city has issues. The city has some issues, bro. Let me ask Katie to lock the car. Make sure she's got the. I'm pretty sure she does, because she's not slow. But I'm sure she's got the car locked. All right, you got it locked. Cool. Yeah, she's not slow. I got her trained up. But I want to just give you guys an idea of the smell of human waste in the city. So, despite the fact that, you know, structurally you have a nice city, nice stuff going on, you have another element going on here as well, you know. And you know, you have a bad element where, like, there's so many vagrant people in this city that if you needed for anything, you needed let's say to use a public bathroom, no business will allow you to use it. Now cops are gathering over here. Let's see what's going on. Buffalo Soldier, land of a Barbara, Buffalo Soldier. The cops are here, so let's see what's going on. We got cops right here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on right here. Let's see what's going on. Ski masking up. Ski masked up, bro. They're ski masked up. Let's see what's going on. They're ski masked up. So this is what, I don't know if there's a situation. I'm on a sidewalk. I'm just walking.
We're busy right here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just walking the sidewalk. All right. At least I keep her distance, so we'll get back. Not sure what's going on here. But this city has so many problems. This city really has issues. You know, to where it's an area that really has a lot of bad crap going on. You know, from, like I said, you can't even use a public bathroom in the city. There's so much vagrancy. Like right now I can smell human waste. It's just, bro, this is an inhumane situation. You know, I don't know what the problem is, but this city has issues, man, and it's gonna hurt their tourist industry, and it's, to me, like, you know, as an outsider, it seems like, you know, the city is well within its capacity to make this place better. I think, for example, if you're a restaurant, you should be able to have the ability, right? So you should be required to have a running a bathroom. You know what I mean? Like you should definitely require that restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations have restrooms available. If hundreds of homeless people are using those bathrooms every day, then they just need to, I don't know, they need to accommodate to where, you know, I think the city needs to put a little bit of pressure on the businesses. You know, because come on, bro, look at this. I mean, this is just highlights, like, just being here for a minute highlights some of the problems that this place has. I mean, it's worse than before. I was on the sidewalk and the cops yelled at me to get off the sidewalk because I don't know what they were doing. Cop put on a ski mask because I was recording. I was walking the sidewalk. I didn't know what was going on over there. But there's something going on with the police, and the cop put on a ski mask. And he's like, you know, keep your distance. I was like, bro, I'm just walking the sidewalk. I ain't did nothing. I didn't even know you had you know, I was just happened to be here. But, you know, like, this city, it's worse than last time. It's an embarrassment. This city is honestly an embarrassment. To be in Florida, in a section of Florida where tourism is part of, you know, the fiber. The tourism is part of the fiber of this place, to be honest, right? You know, like, you're in the center of a touristy district that you have an inhumane environment, you know? Like, you know the grill that they use, like, for the hot dogs and stuff that they heat up?
Yep.
It's behind the dumpster, and it's sitting on top of a dirty diaper. You know what I mean? This city's an embarrassment.
Oh, God.
You see it? Right there? Yeah. The cop, I don't know what's going on the sidewalk, but the cop put on a ski mask. When he saw me recording, he put on a ski mask. Oh. So there's people here. I guess the cop was going to harass the homeless people. Mm-hmm. And then, let me talk to him real quick. Let me see if I can talk to him. No parking. Let me see if I can pull over real quick and talk to him. Let me see. Just be about your wits, okay? Lock it as soon as I get there. I'll talk to him real quick. I don't know if you're allowed to park here, but either way. It just says no parking, but there you go, man. Don't worry about it. Yo, why were the cops bothering y'all? Why were they? They just were? Nothing special? He put on a ski mask when he saw recording. Yeah. All right. Let's go. So, they're not very friendly. Let's get up out of here. All right. Boom. Yeah, they're not very friendly. Let's get out. They're definitely not. Not cool at all. Mm-hmm. This city's an embarrassment. This city's an embarrassment. I don't know exactly. It just seems like on a fiscal level, you could say, they have to do something to make this place better on a fiscal level. Yeah. Part of it would be either provide. This is a tourist city. Like, yo, you are between Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale. Mm-hmm. You know, you have a historic district that's beautiful. historic neighborhoods that are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You have ethnic background everywhere, which means you have businesses from, you got Guatemalan, you have diversity of businesses. You got Guatemalan, you got Cuban, you got Haitian, you have all these ethnic backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have diversity of businesses. You got tourism. There's a lot that should make this place be better. You know? And again, there's going to be places where homeless people gather. There's going to be neighborhoods that are worse than others. That's normal. But, you know, like, just the fact that, for example, businesses can't open up their bathrooms to the public. The fact that businesses can't have a bathroom open to the public. Any of these businesses here. And right now, I really gotta pee. Gonna have to pee anywhere because none of these businesses, like, we could literally try to go into all these businesses, and none of these businesses. I found one Italian restaurant that let me go finally, and I think I gave the guy like a $5 tip or something. You know, even though I didn't go to the restaurant. But those people were not very friendly at all.
Mm-mm.
It's weird how, like, even cops are gonna treat homeless people different. Like, when they see somebody with a camera and, like, just, you can tell, like, by the way you're dressed and all that you're and those are older people. They're not like, you know, they're not necessarily, they're homeless and they're elderly, so they have a problem that needs to be addressed. This city's got issues. This city has some serious freaking issues. I think definitely the city of Lake Worth has to, you know, bathroom, like, businesses should have a bathroom available to the public. Mm-hmm. And I guess the homeless and vagrant problem that they have here is so bad that it prevents businesses from doing that. But that's a basic service that businesses should, I would use the word unexcusably. Would that be the right word? Unexcusably probably have to have. Yeah. The train. You want to run back over into Palm Springs, or you want to keep going south along US 1?
That is completely up to you.
Because Palm Springs has good Latin restaurants. That's a little area of Palm Beach County. I think we should do a video in Palm Springs. Yeah.
Oh, this is the short one. This is the passenger.
All right, cool. But definitely, I think the city would have to start by enforcing better sanitation from their businesses, and I guess then the businesses are going to have to demand from the city in return that the city provide maybe public bathrooms. Maybe there's more parks with public bathrooms, so that, you know, the homeless people don't go to the businesses. Because who's really suffering here, the blunt of the homeless situation, is the businesses. So now the private sector here, but I mean, if you've seen the news and you watch the city council meetings, how they go viral because they fight with each other and stuff, and they end up going viral, that should just give you an indication of how ineffective. We don't get into politics on this channel, so I'm speaking from a socio-economic standpoint, how the inefficiency of what's going on here. And I'm sure somebody will have to watch this video, and that might help shed some light on you know, it's a tough situation. I think maybe, you know, this video could shed some light on, put some people on the spot who could maybe do something about the situation. In Naples, Florida, when we've done videos like this, it's helped a lot in that the changes have been made to help make better. Because really, it's a shame. And again, I've stayed on hotels here on the beach. They got good restaurants in the city, great little restaurants, good historic district, incredible beach, pier by the beach, more affordable than the larger cities around it when you look at it from a tourist aspect, for a good reason. But despite having so many pros, because the city does have a lot of pros, also has a lot of cons, which with basic infrastructure can improve the situation drastically. I think that's just the other thing. That's some basic infrastructure improvements, like, you know, just more public bathrooms, maybe a place for the homeless people to sleep, even if it's temporary or overnight. Because, you know, like the police, like there you have the police handling, you know, a problem with homeless people. That's not the police's job. That's not law enforcement. Like, law enforcement shouldn't be burdened with that type of problem. You know, their job should be protecting protecting the public from crime. You know, like, law enforcement can't fix homelessness. What law enforcement can probably do, well, that's not even their job. It overburdens law enforcement with tasks that are not what they're supposed to be doing. Probably not stuff they want to do. There's definitely, they spent all this money putting up, look at these, they got pavers on the sidewalks, they got paved roads. There's definitely enough room in this place to create the resources to take care of that problem. You know, they're definitely, just from a law enforcement perspective, it's costing the city money to deal with these problems. Not sure. All cities, you know, all places have these problems, but sometimes there's some real simple solutions that can be implemented that make the world a better place.
Yeah.
And there's always been poor people around. That's not ever going to change. There's always going to be homeless people in poverty. But what I don't get is a country with so many resources, you know, yet they're not implemented in ways that really benefit people. Tough situation. Unfortunately, it is an embarrassment. And Florida's a different type of state. They had little motorcycles in the back. That's pretty cool. See, that's what we need right there. You see that setup? It's small enough to where you can drive around the city, yet big enough to where I don't think it's got a bathroom though. Yeah, that's a good size setup. I'm still not happy about the hotel refunding the money and then just hoping that they'll shut us up. That's definitely not the attitude that a hotel needs to have. Okay, we'll give you a refund. I said, no, it's not just give me the refund. It's okay. Are you gonna hire people? Are you gonna train? New York. This guy's from New York. City Hall right there. City Hall, City Hall, City Hall.
Well, I mean, look at the experience that we had in Fort Lauderdale. Hotel.
What brand was that? Comfort is garbage. Let's just be clear. What disappoints me about this place is this is a Marriott. Like, you would expect more from a Marriott.
Well, even with Comfort, you don't expect what happened in that one.
Well, there you guys go.
Yeah.
That is a short. That is a short little.
And if you're wondering, with Fort Lauderdale, we woke up.
Yeah, that's a short little video there. Explain to you guys what the city of Lake Worth looks like. And I'm not doing. I don't care what happens here. I don't live here. I live somewhere else, so it's not my problem. But I do want to show you guys, my subscribers, what the problem is. Now, how it gets handled. My part is just journalism, just showing you guys. My job is just to show you guys what the problem is as a journalist. That's as far as we go. Beyond that, that's a whole different at the other end. But it's the same exact problem we saw last time. You know, me, if I own a gas station, I think, you know, if you're going to own a gas station in the United States of America, you shouldn't be allowed to have those conditions. Those conditions are unacceptable. At the end of the day, to stay on a hotel on the beach here is $800 a night during the winter. So up ahead, you're going to start to see hotels on the beach. Give me some of the prices. Open up for me. Show me. Let's look. Open up those hotels on the beach. I want to see what it's got. It's looking like right now. I got it here. I'm parked anyways. Interesting that the police officer put on a ski mask when I got near him. Four Seasons is less, you know, right there on the other side of the bridge is Four Seasons. They're running $1,200 a night. Right next to that is the Tideline, which we've stayed at before, and they're $640 a night. Now, is that part of Lake Worth city limits? Let's find out. Let's click on it. Nope, it's not. They don't. That's not part of city limits. No. So all these hotels that are along the water, they're really expensive. They don't pay taxes over this way. No. That's an interesting. Wouldn't you think that should be part of Lake Worth city limits?
Yes, it should.
Yeah. So they don't benefit from it at all. The pier, even the Lake Worth pier is outside of city limits. The Lake Worth Beach Park, which is right in front of us, is part of city limits. So that might be part of the problem right there, because you got a hotel where they're paying $1,000 a night. So you would imagine that hotel. What's the tax rate usually? A hotel for 6%. I'll have a calculator real quick and see how much of that is taxes.
What was the purpose of this drawbridge? I don't see a boat that went through.
You'll see it. So 1,220 times 0.06, $73 per every person that stays here. So if a hotel room sells 20 rooms, you have $1,400 a day, and that's only 20 rooms. So that hotel collects $1,400 just that hotel a day. So times 365, that hotel room collects $500,000 in taxes a year. That hotel right there is about $500,000. Assuming now they don't have those high prices year round, but they definitely got more than 20 rooms, so it balances out to about $500,000, $530,000 a year. So that one hotel is paying. So two of those hotels are $1 million a year. You know how much cleanup you could do with $1 million a year? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard to create just a little bit better infrastructure to make this place a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Because I've told you in the past, like, I like coming to Lake Worth. We like the hotels here and everything by the beach and all that. I'm not gonna stay now when they're $1,200 a night, but when they get down to $300, $400, I'll snatch one up. We look at the you know, there's a time of the year when they're empty. And when they're empty, they'll get down to $200 a night.
Usually around October.
Yeah, there's a part of the year when they're empty. When they're empty, they get down to, like, you know, what, $200 a night? I'm in there.
November, December.
Yeah.
Around there.
Something like that.
I haven't seen that boat yet.
I don't know. I can sit here and explain 100 times, 100 different ways how it makes absolutely no sense that the city just can't fix these small little issues what they got going on here.
Where's the boat?
Well, it could look both ways.
I did. There's no boat.
Well, maybe there's a mechanical reason they had to open the drawbridge. Maybe they're required to open it at a certain time just to make sure it's working. Maybe they have to do look at the stance on this truck. So here's a Lake Worth City Park. On Ocean Boulevard. I think it affects tourists because, I mean, we're people that we're young and we're out and about and we go all types of places. But, you know, you think about Yeah, that guy right there in a Bentley. Staying at a hotel where you pay $1,200 a night. Bro, you're driving around a Bentley or a Maserati and you're paying $1,200 a night to stay at a beach resort.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have some type of standard when you're out and about in that city.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. We're now officially outside of city limits. Boom, that's it. We're outside of city limits. That's it. Lake Worth. South Florida is a massive contrast between the haves and the have-nots. Where on one end you were dealing with people who have absolutely nothing, and then on the other end, bro, you're talking $1,000 a night to stay in these hotels this time of year. That's some serious bank. This is called Hampton right here. Just a massive contrast. I can't believe how gangster those homeless people were. They were like totally like. Most homeless people are usually really approachable. They'll tell you, this or that, or they were like leave type of people. So they definitely don't want the attention. Most we've interviewed more homeless people are usually really approachable.
Yeah.
But they got some other complications in that place.
They probably talk to them and try to get them to leave.
Yeah. But to where? They're homeless.
Yeah.
To where? And not only are they homeless, they're elderly.
Yeah.
One of them was in a walker. You got some serious problems here, man. There's some serious.
If you're elderly and homeless, you should be like
that ain't right either. I mean, you get to the point
taken care of.
Yeah, like the elderly factor.
Yeah.
I understand, like if you're within a working age and you're at some point when you're like at a certain age, like in your 70s or something. And now imagine these people here that you see homeless now. They grew up in a time where, like in the 70s, you could work a regular job and have a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
In those days, so they didn't take advantage of it. When we moved to Naples,
yeah,
you could have bought a mobile home in Naples for $12,000 that was inhabitable. Now they want $150,000 for that mobile home if it hits the market. Okay. What's ironic was, and I'm talking when I was like 13 years old. When I was 13, 12 years old, you could buy a mobile home in Naples for $12,000. And you were made more money back then than you do now. Because I remember my dad was making $1,750 plus, because he was making $350 a day, plus he did side jobs during the weekends. So you can make $2,400 a week if you're willing to work hard.
Yeah.
Just try making $2,400 a week now doing construction or whatever. Without, at the end of the day, you made more. These homeless people you see now grew up in a time where you made more money and things cost a tenth. Housing, for example. Housing costs a tenth of what it does now. In Naples, right? Affordable housing is a tenth of what it costs now, and jobs paid more back then. So now imagine this coming generation, like our age, how many of us are going to be homeless?
Yeah.
How many of our generation are going to be homeless? Think about that. If that generation where things were easy is having this problem, imagine our generation.
Yep.
How many people our age are going to be homeless? Because that generation had it freaking easy.
Yeah.
I don't care what you tell me. I remember when I was 13 years old, I knew what my parents were making, and I knew what things cost. That mobile home that they bought down there in Naples, they bought it for $76,000, and a bank financed it. And homeowners insurance was $40 a month. Now, banks won't finance mobile homes, and that same mobile home is probably $200,000 now, easily $200,000. Now that's $200,000. Now you're making less, and homeowners insurance. Last time I checked, what is it, like $300 or $400 a month for mobile homes? If you can find a insurance company that will cover that.
Yep.
Nothing makes sense. Doesn't make sense. This life has become more complicated than ever.
Yeah.
It really has. So imagine how much more difficult it's gonna be. So like, if you think it's difficult now, we gotta work overtime and at least secure a paid off house.
Yep.
In a decent place before we're in our 40s.
Yep.
Because like the next few little bit of our life, we gotta work like animals, perhaps even take away some of the luxuries that we're going with right now. We're you know, we gotta tighten up our budget and do more, because when you start thinking about how increasingly difficult life is becoming, and I'm not saying it from a greedy aspect of I want to get rich. I'm just saying, look around you. What's going on right now? Tough times. Difficult to deal with. Very difficult situation. Look at this house. That's not even a house. That's like, that's got to be what, 80 million, 40 million or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, Mar-a-Lago's here. You're talking, you have here some of the wealthiest people in the world are right here. And 2 miles away, look how beautiful that ocean is. Look at the freighter trains. Ocean right there. Wow, look at the color of that water. Unbelievable.
I like freighters.
Mar-a-Lago is right around here, ain't it? North of here? If we had gone north. If we had turned north, look at the color of that water. Unbelievable. I just want to stop at a beach or a park or something and just stare at the ocean for a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at that. Phone signal hasn't been too good in this area. It was really great in the outskirts of West Palm and suburbs.
Yeah.
You know, all these beaches are private. All these beaches are private. See, they're allowed to put like, not a house, but they're allowed to put like a little bathroom. So all this is all private, you know. The vast majority of this is private. Well, there it is, guys. One of the most bizarre contrasts in the world. Literally, you have the richest people in the world live here, adjacent to, because Mar-a-Lago is right there. We had gone north. Instead of turning south, we had gone north. In 10 minutes, 7 minutes would have been in Mar-a-Lago. So you have the richest people in the world right next to homelessness. That is the contrast of life in Florida. Let me hear your thoughts and opinions on this video. If you watched the whole video, also let me know. I watched the whole video. I'm really curious to know who watches the entire videos. Wow, that's incredible. I'm gonna let you guys go. Beautiful.